Good afternoon, and welcome to the inaugural episode of the Unnamed Podcast. To this point, we haven't decided on anything. My name, of course, is
mouthful.
My name, of course, is Tony Shire, and I will be your host. I'm joined today by my two good friends, Mitchell Gunn and Gleb Mitskovich. How you boys doing?
I'm doing pretty good today, Tony. It's a nice, warm, sunny day, and I'm feeling pretty depressed. How about you?
Well, I was feeling good until you said that, honestly.
Yeah, that was Mitchell talking, by the way. Hey, everybody. Just wanted
to make sure that everyone knows that you're not actually depressed.
No, I'm happy. Mitchell's the one with the problem.
What do you want?
He's the only one wearing blue.
Also, another person that's in the room with us right now is Tommy Shire. He is going to be our reference point.
Yeah,
if you've ever many topics of conversation.
If you've ever seen the Joe Rogan Experience, Tommy's basically our shit version of Jamie.
Yeah, we're actually not sure if it's Tommy
he
anymore either.
He doesn't even have a laptop. He's just sitting there on a medicine ball with a smartphone.
Recently, in about a day's time, he grew a goatee and mustache.
And
so
it looks
we
great.
think it's an evil version.
God, I want to kiss that
evil.
mouth.
You can and you will.
All right.
That tickler on that upper lip.
Ooh.
Jesus.
It's a real man's man.
That little like bald spot is like the safety zone.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
Safety zone.
Right.
Safety zone. When somebody's up in your grill, that's where the nose can go.
Yeah. The anti-Hitler
You
stash.
could sand down some wood with that face,
Oh my
bro.
God.
It looks like somebody stole it.
No, you can see it.
Oh,
I don't have to like go in the.
We'll add it in post.
We'll pull a picture up of you, Tommy.
Okay.
Well, we've already hit dead air.
Yeah.
It's
First
going great.
awkward silence of the.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear that they're breeding polar bears and grizzly bears to help save polar bears from like going extinct so they can live in warmer climates?
Why
are
do
they even polar bears at that point?
I think they're just called grizzly polar bears. They actually look really cool. They look like
killing
it's like white mixed with brown. It's like a really cool color, but
like light brown.
Yeah, like it's like light brown.
I've never seen that.
It's almost like a crystally brown because it's like there's like white fur on top of the brown fur. But it has all the aggression of a grizzly bear and all the size of a polar bear.
Pull the picture. What is it?
Pull that shit up,
Snapchat. Tommy,
get back on the fucking medicine ball.
This podcast is going horribly thanks to Tommy. Get on your medicine ball.
God,
Need abs.
I'm paying you $7.25 for this shit.
We're paying you $3,000 an episode. That's where all of the budget
Dude,
went.
I wonder how much Jamie gets paid an episode.
He probably gets a good bit. I think.
Dude, Jamie's got a sweet gig.
Yeah.
All he does is sit there and be in the
He's friends with Joe Rogan.
the same vicinity of Joe Rogan and pull stuff up.
I mean, he engineers the podcast too. Like he does all like the
Yeah.
audio work and stuff.
Okay, that's a fair point. Yeah,
Yeah.
Dalton Roan could do that.
Yeah.
Shout out
to Dalton Roan.
the first named person who no one else will know.
Yeah. Dalton Roan.
All right, let's call him up.
Yeah.
Call him up, Tommy.
Tommy, call up Dalton Roan. I've never even met the guy. Tommy's never met the guy.
Yeah.
He'd be great on a podcast.
Think about how many fucking it wasn't Elon. Yeah, Elon was on there. You got to meet Elon, dude. He gets to meet everyone.
He makes
a
it
big deal.
He makes an episode a day, and
Yeah.
like each episode gets like around like minimum 700,000 views. Like he does that. Like narrates UFC fights.
Yeah.
Like is a host
He's got
of
a nice
stuff,
life, too.
comedian. Like
his like he literally talks for a living, which is.
He was a UFC fighter.
Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah.
The dude's jacked.
He stopped because he was like, I'm getting hit in the head too much. I'm gonna go brain dead.
Yeah, he was like he did like kickboxing or something, and like won a bunch of tournaments, and then he got CTE. Didn't get it.
He's a pretty interesting fellow, man. I like him a lot.
Yeah. Very new wave. Like it's like he. Well, I won't say that he agrees with everything that people
on him, honestly.
What?
I'm souring on him a little bit.
I'm with you there. Like I know what you mean by him agreeing with everything. Like he doesn't really take a side for something.
Mm-hmm.
But the last podcast I listened to of his, he was literally like defending his like pot addiction against like Ben Shapiro. I think he was like talking to Ben Shapiro about marijuana legalization, like its effects and all this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And Ben Shapiro was like, I don't care if anybody really does it. And Joe's like, well, it has like all of these benefits and like many people smoke it every day and it's like no big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just kind of
Ben Shapiro is one of those like enigmas where like sometimes I think he's super cool, the other time it's just kind of like I don't know. I just really hate his fan base, honestly.
Yeah, a bunch of
right wingers.
Yeah.
It's like the guys who like make the Peep or Pepe, however you pronounce it, their profile pictures.
Disgusting.
We saw a picture on a billboard for Trump 2020 hats, and they just look like a side profile of Trump with his hair. Like those are the new. They're blue. Like I don't know why they're blue.
Why are they blue?
Did you see?
He's Democrat now. He's running for the Democratic Party.
That would
fucking
be
brilliant.
That'd be the biggest fucking twist ever. It was on like Jimmy Fallon or something, and he let Jimmy Fallon like rustle his hair,
Really?
Ben
Yeah.
Shapiro?
No,
Donald Trump?
Donald Trump. And dude, his hair is not real at all.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I know, it's like a comb over.
Like a toupee kind of, or
I think it's like a massive comb over, or it's just not real.
It's probably just like a massive comb over, and it like
It's brutal, dude.
like swirly
he was just
coned
like
up on
completely
there.
bald, like right here, dude.
He is 70 years old.
Is he 70?
He's fucking 70 years old.
That is
like 71 now, probably. But
he's a weird looking man.
he's like a frog.
I wonder. I don't even know. Like him being president. It's just kind of like a wacky,
Yeah,
a wacky thing that happened.
It's pretty surreal.
Like I feel like
honestly.
we just took a joke too far.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah, he lost the popular vote. The only he won only through the electoral college.
Yeah. I don't really have opinions on the electoral college versus popular. I feel like they both have their benefits.
It's out of my realm of
I don't think
talking.
we're in a. I remember hearing somewhere they were like not actually a democracy, but we're some kind of like something republic. Because I don't know.
Free market republic,
maybe.
like that.
A representative republic or something.
We're basically just the epitome of late stage capitalism.
Yeah.
All right, welcome to the political podcast. My name is Tony Shire.
Covered a lot of topics.
We're gonna give lower thirds to everybody and put like hard right or extreme liberal.
Yeah. We gotta change every podcast. We change sides and have to defend different points. Dude, you know how old Nick Saban is?
Dude, he's pretty
like
fucking. He's like 65
He's like
years old.
66, 67.
He's the highest paid public official in the United States.
Yeah.
He makes like some crazy.
He makes eight or 15 a year.
Yeah, I thought it was like 12 million a year or something like that, just to
Maybe
coach
in
football.
between,
Just to coach football. I mean, it's got to be pretty
Yeah.
hard, but
He does it right.
Yeah,
Like,
he
that is
works.
the
Whatever he
most
does, dude.
unstoppable college football
He's probably just
dynasty.
autistic, dude.
I want to see Steve Harvey be the president.
Dude, that'd be the next. That's like the next logical step, I think, with our political system.
It's gonna just keep getting more and more comedic.
His mustache.
I
dude.
honestly just vote for
It's
whoever
an
has the funniest commercials.
Who has
Yeah.
the funniest facial expression?
Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
Tax reform.
It's whole fucking nationwide episode of Family Feud.
I could see him like during the political debates, like as he's like coming up, like all he does is the facial expressions, and everybody gets like super hyped. Did you just hear that? His eyes wide open.
Oh my god.
It was like at
These white people.
at the Senate. Give me Nancy Pelosi. Give me John McCain.
This isn't a fucking TV show, Steve.
Steve,
You are overreaching.
where'd you get that microphone? And what's it plugged into?
Dude, his mustache is actually like part of his skin. It's actually like it's just black skin.
Yeah, he doesn't actually have facial hair.
Yeah. It's
It's
really.
just a darker patches. Mitchell, you're fucking my boom.
Dude.
You keep kicking his cords, Mitchell.
Like, here, fuck it, we'll leave that. Just watch your
I'll
feet.
just watch my feet.
Jesus.
How about these
Everything's
NBA playoffs,
terrible.
guys?
Tommy,
Right?
can we get
NBA.
Can we get some
I can-
mic tech out?
I can name like 2 NBA teams.
Name
I
'em.
need you to
The
adjust my
Raptors,
mic.
They're in it.
the Nuggets.
They're out of it. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Go
You really don't
Raptors.
know. You know more than that, right? Come on.
The Hawks.
Yeah.
Rockets.
Can we
Yeah.
not,
Astros.
not
Their team.
Yeah.
talk
no,
about
Astros
sports
is
at
baseball,
all?
bro.
Thank you, Tommy. Appreciate that.
The Astros is just baseball.
Yeah.
Not-
They're also a headset, I think. A40s.
I'm just trying to name as many basketball teams as I
Gleb,
can.
name,
I think
name
I'm
a
like
basketball
6.
team
Uh,
that Tony didn't name.
Yeah.
the Cavaliers.
That's one.
Jeez.
Lakers.
The Pistons.
Golden State
The
Warriors.
Spurs.
The Detroit
the
Red
Raptors,
Wings.
Really a small market kind of guy.
The Milwaukee Bucks.
The Bucks are in it too.
Man, you know a lot about sports.
Yeah.
I feel like that was
Just
like
name them.
Name one player that's not LeBron James.
LeBron. Next topic.
Anybody?
No,
Steve Curry.
there you go.
Steve Curry.
The guy who shoots them
Steph
threes.
Curry?
Steph Curry.
Steve Curry.
Steve Curry.
I want to meet him just to be like, Steve. Steve
What's up, Steve? That really changes it
James
a lot.
Harden.
James Harden, yeah.
Dwight
Good
Howard.
year. Dwight Howard, yeah.
Wasn't he in the news for?
Yeah, dude, he is.
He was like interested in.
Pretty sure he's like into trannies or something like that.
trannies or like some
Larry
strange
Bird.
sexual fetish.
Larry Bird.
Is he still in?
No, Larry Bird looks like he just played the wrong. He looks like he's a race car driver.
Wilt Chamberlain.
Dude, fuck Wilt Chamberlain.
What about Wilt
with like 30,000 women or something.
What
like that.
about Wilt from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends?
That's who Wilt Chamberlain was based on.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
the really tall basketball player, imaginary friend named Wilt, is based off of a basketball player named Wilt.
Dude, Wilt Chamberlain only had one arm, just like Wilt.
And he was red.
He was really red.
Yeah.
Really skinny legs all the way up to his torso.
Strange fur coming out of the side of his head.
I know I've shown you the picture before of Manute Ball swimming. That really tall NBA player.
Tommy, can you pull that up?
Look up Manute Ball swimming legitimately. It is one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen.
Who Manute Ball is?
He was a 7'5" center from Sudan, I think.
It's not like you say sinner.
Sinner.
He plays for a Catholic basketball team.
We're all sinners here, Tony.
Like a Dementor from.
That's a pretty good.
Looks like a.
He looks like I've already seen that.
We'll pull that. We'll put a picture.
Dude,
of that.
he's just
That is
so
terrible.
long and dark.
Jesus, dude.
What's his name? Manute Ball.
Manute Ball, and he has a son who's in the draft this year named Bol. Bol. He's also 7'2". He's 7'2", but he's pretty good. That's pretty good.
God, 7'2".
Like he is
Dude,
just
his life.
all fucking.
Imagine if he
skin
wasn't
and
a
bone.
basketball player. Dude, that
What-
would suck.
I think it's like after you reach a certain height, like your bones just can't hold you up anymore or something. Do you think if you like hit their toe, it takes a second to get to their brain?
It probably takes
Probably
a little bit longer.
yeah.
Like a few hours.
Yeah.
How miserable of an existence would that be?
Like you get hit by a car, you don't feel like just sitting there waiting for it.
It's 3 hours later, just
Manute, what are you doing, man? Something's gonna hurt real bad in about 20
I
minutes.
stubbed my toe like
cool,
4 hours
be cool
ago.
if you like got shot, you could just like deck the dude, and then like an hour later, just
Yeah.
like, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt.
Yeah, you have time to get to the hospital and
It's
get
like, get that morphine going.
morphine.
Dude,
already
what if
flowing.
that was a superpower, dude? Like delay pain for like an hour.
Dude,
But
delay
it all
pain
adds
until,
up.
until the last day of your life.
Yeah.
And you feel all of it.
Shit, dude.
Even emotional pain.
Yeah. Fuck, dude.
The worst day
But
of
it,
your
it
life.
like stacks, dude. It can keep getting worse.
Just-
Crying.
No, seriously, like what if it stacked for like a week? So there was like one day in a week where you felt all of your pain.
I mean, I feel like people would like just like the suicide hotline. Like, what if like everybody felt it on Sunday?
That'd be
All
pretty
be on
good.
one day, like on the full moon. or
It's like
something.
taking it like Molly, like it like delays your bad feelings until the next
yeah,
day.
like drains your serotonin, and then in the
Yeah.
morning you don't have like enough.
Yeah. To come
Dude,
back.
that
Feel
would be-
depressed.
That would be interesting.
What?
Yeah.
Just having
Nice.
all your depression happen at once.
Yeah, just all your negative emotions.
A nice
and all,
graphic
like,
novel being written about
physical-
that.
But like you could like even just like
Stop
physically.
scratching your poison ivy in front of me.
It's so fucking itchy. But just like every single day, no matter what you do, like even if you like go to the gym, like all the burn from that is just you're just kind of like feels like you're just like being. And then all in one day, just like
Yeah,
super
muscle
sore.
cramps, exhaustion.
That'd be pretty brutal, man. I don't know if I'd want to do that.
Dude, I was taking speaking of something completely different, I was taking a cold shower earlier, and I've been trying to figure out how to describe like the sensation of like right after you run taking one, and I figured it out. It's like if you've ever like had a wetsuit on, like it's just so tight to your skin, the water gets warm, and so when you stand up like out of the water, it all drains out. It's like warm water just draining all over you. If you like just like go on a run or get super hot and sweaty and get in a cold shower, like the water like soaks on your head and then like drips down your body. It's just like really warm water going on you. It's really weird.
Yeah, dude,
But it feels amazing.
It is an amazing feeling. Like I can't. I've taken them for so long now that it's hard for me to take a hot
Yeah,
shower.
hot showers just make me sweaty now.
Dude, they just make me feel out of it. Like I don't feel sharp and ready to go. Like I
love
feel like I
hot
want to go to
showers.
bed or just like sit somewhere.
Yeah, I used to like whenever I would take hot showers, like not that I didn't take them a long time ago. It was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I think it was probably close to like almost a month now. I started a while
Jeez,
ago.
man.
That's a good habit.
But I would just sit in there. Like I would sit down in the shower and just stay there for 30 minutes, 45 minutes. And now I just like get in the cold shower.
5
It
minutes
feels
max.
like I literally just go, all right, fuck you, shower. Like every morning I'm like, fuck you, shower. Just like get in and then just like shower, and then I just feel amazing afterwards.
It's literally like just inverting that instant gratification, delayed gratification. Like getting over that hump, getting in the cold shower, and the feeling of like goodness afterward is you're just pushing it back. But with a hot shower, it's like feels good then, and then you get out and you kind of feel like shit.
You know, scoot your chair a little closer so you can be closer than like
Yeah, am I far away from it?
you're a little far away.
What shampoo
Like right around
do you
6
use?
inches. Shampoo. Back in, I mean, I still have some. Like, I brought it back, but in Statesboro, I used that like Aussie Moist, the purple one with the kangaroo on it.
Aussie.
It smells so good, and I had like a little pump of that and a pump of that of conditioner. But here I'm using Suave Apple.
Wow.
But
I can smell it already.
I really like apple shampoo. Honestly, it smells delicious. Like Garnier Fructis.
That
stuff's
good.
good.
Girl shampoo smells awesome.
It does.
Yeah. I use the Head and Shoulders.
Yeah, dandruff.
No,
I could see you having dandruff, honestly.
Dude,
that seems like
I could see the dandruff.
I could see that being a character trait of yours.
Dude, it was like dry skin. It wasn't. I don't think it was dandruff.
That's dandruff.
Is that what it is?
It's
then, yeah.
dry skin on your scalp.
Then I had dandruff.
I'm pretty sure I have dandruff right now, actually.
Then I had dandruff for sure.
Yeah, I think there was a little bit
coming
out. Might just be poison ivy in your head.
My whole skin
is spreading into your face.
Steroid. I've been on prednisone for like 2 days now. It makes you feel really fucking weird.
Like you're on roids.
Yeah.
Like I like my.
Like a little angry.
Yeah, my emotions. Like this morning, I was like pretty pissed off at everything.
So a normal day.
Yeah.
Was it a day that ends in Y, Gleb?
There you go.
Dude, yeah, it's that exacerbated. But... And
dude,
it's like
I haven't exacerbated in 3 days.
Yeah, that's a good habit to have.
Dude, no fap.
Just kidding.
Big no fap guy.
Big no fap guy. How long have you since you broke no fap?
So I went 3 weeks, and then last Saturday I broke, and I haven't broken since.
Last Saturday.
So that's a week ago.
It was a week ago.
About a week ago.
About a week ago.
This Saturday.
This Saturday. That's today.
I haven't broken until right now.
Yeah, I was about fucking like noon this morning, I would say. As I got up.
At noon.
Didn't even get out of bed.
When you got up.
Jesus.
What time did you wake up naturally today, Gleb? Unless you had an alarm, because you've been waking up at 4 a.m.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock is like your natural circadian rhythm now.
Yeah, roughly.
I
went to sleep late, so I went to sleep late. I went to sleep at like 11:30.
Man, that's about when I've been going to sleep. I woke up at 6:30 this morning, and then just felt miserable, and I just took like a nap until like 7:30, and then. Like a nap, I just went back to sleep.
Yeah.
I got out of my bed, got on my computer, and tried to be productive. I'm like, I am too tired for this, and it's like went back down.
Dude, yeah, like the schedule thing. Like I was actually thinking about this on the way here. You were talking about, it's like, was it you who said, no matter how much sleep I get, if I wake up at 4:30, I'm gonna be exhausted. Yeah. It really is like a sleep schedule type thing.
Yeah, but
after at the end of this week on Friday, I woke up and I was like ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't be getting too much sleep too. I know like 8 hours, what people say, but I know if you like 8 to 10 hours, like you just feel way more tired if you sleep too much. Like I've been trying to get like right around 6:30, 7 hours ish.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like that's like when you like if you like once you get up, like that's when you're like most productive. Because I don't feel tired after that. But if I sleep for like 10 hours, I just feel like groggy.
Yeah.
You and I were talking about this yesterday, but like in the mornings when you wake up, so like I wake up super early, like from 4 to 12. Like when it hits 12, my day is like almost over because I go home at like 4 o'clock or whatever. But it's 12, and it's such a like cognitive dissonance from me like waking up at 12 all the time. Like that time from 4 a.m. to 12 o'clock passes so quickly.
Really?
Yeah, like that. I think that's why it feels like the most productive part of the day is because that time is like really well spent.
So what do you work? You work 5 to...
I work from 5:30, and then the ending is variable. It's usually from 4:30 to 6:30.
Yeah, we're about to start working 6 to 4s, like 4 days a week,
Okay.
and so we're gonna be getting up by 5.
6 to 4. How many hours is that?
It's
10
That's
hours.
10, yeah.
That's
Four,
good.
yeah, 4 10-hour
Got a
days
nice
a week.
lunch.
That's
Lunch
awesome.
hour?
Yeah, I got a lunch hour, like
So
2 breaks.
What are you gonna be doing?
A lot of like maintenance work. It's at an elementary school. Like we're basically gonna be cleaning a lot of corners, changing ceiling tiles, dusting stuff. Just basically manual labor, power washing, cleaning a bunch of stuff. Which I mean, it won't be too bad. Like it won't be boring because you'll have those like tasks to do. It's not just gonna be like just sitting there.
It'll go quick if
That's how the warehouse was.
if there's something to do, work goes quick. But if there's nothing to do, like it's such a double-edged sword. Like you're like at work and like, oh, I don't really want to like put all this effort in. But then you're at work and there's nothing to do, and you're just sitting there waiting to leave.
Dude, when it's not manual labor, and it's really like I really want to have work like no matter what, because it's not like, oh, I really don't want to do this. It's just like, oh, I need to just do something on the computer. Like whenever it was like at the warehouse, I didn't want to do anything. But when I didn't do anything, I was pretty bored. So
Yeah, that was like when we worked at Cold Stone, me and you, Gleb.
That was interesting.
It was
like
a very
staggered.
interesting summer. Yeah, but like it would be like if there was no, I would hate it when people walked in, but if we would get a rush, like 2 hours would go by like that. If we just had straight like people.
Dude, those rushes were nuts.
They were
I
like
was
crazy.
So freaking focused.
Dude,
man. I was literally just like rolling balls of ice cream for 2 hours.
My second day working was Mother's Day, which is probably the most crowded day that we did have.
Is it?
Yeah.
Dude, there's a line like out the door.
There was. I don't know why people would wait 2 hours to get Cold Stone. It's not that good. It's overpriced.
Like
I got to eat it all the time for free. Like,
I think we got spoiled with it.
I did. Yeah. She was like, you can have one thing a day. I'd eat like 6 and take home like
on the days where there was nothing to do, I would experiment and get the best possible. I made like a banana bread shake. It was freaking delicious.
Oh, dude, I liked. And then you put the I think I told you chocolate chips, and then like that was like probably one of my favorite things.
It's really fun. I recommended it to people. They was like, "This is something I made up," and they're like, "I'll have it." I was like, "Oh."
Remember that random dude? Like there was a dude came in one time, and you were like talking to him. I thought you knew him, and I was like trying to show you like how if you like lick a 9-volt battery, if it's like has power, it'll shock you.
Yeah.
And he like licked one of our batteries and left, and you didn't know who he was, and I didn't know. Who he was.
What the fuck?
Just a random guy came in Cold Stone and licked our batteries. Remember that game we'd play with like the taster spoons? We'd like just try to mix a bunch of stuff, and you had to guess what it was.
Yeah.
That was
got some nasty shit in there. Like I think you gave me one where it was just like that decorative icing that didn't have any flavor except for
like paint thinner.
Exactly. It literally tasted like caulk or something.
I remember you like threw up in the trash can.
It was nasty.
Jesus.
Yeah.
One of the funniest things that I found just hilarious was that whenever we feel like trying to multitask, and we'd have like this waffle maker that would make the cones, and you put the batter on and close it, and it literally cooks in like a minute. So you'll put it on and close, and you go do something else, and you realize like 5 minutes pass, and you look into the room where it's in, and there's like black smoke.
The whole dining room is just smoky, and then you open it, it's just a jet black waffle cone.
I don't even know.
Just serve it like nothing
happened.
It smells horrible, tastes like just carbon.
Yeah. Dude, that's Chick-fil-A. I was trying to clean one of the fry hennies. And
Hennies.
Yeah, whatever they call them, the
fryers.
Fryers.
Every name for machine chicken based.
Yeah. So
this is the clucker.
It's
just a broom.
That is a register.
Yeah.
Mitchell, get on the clucker.
Pisses me off. Man. The gobbledygook.
This sandwich costs 13 feathers, ma'am. How much is that in U.S. dollars?
That'll be 2 beaks.
2 beaks, 1 feather, 15 gizzards.
Run out of chicken parts. It's just a contest to see who knows the most anatomy about a chicken at this point.
Yeah, dude, about set the place on fire though.
Really?
The oil caught on fire. Yeah.
You just gotta throw water if it's an oil fire.
Yeah,
that's what they teach you. That's not what you're supposed to do. That is not.
That's what I did, dude. And yeah, I got fired from that's how I stopped working Chick-fil-A.
What, you got fired?
No.
Oh, God.
Are you?
Oh my God.
No, yeah.
So you still like Chick-fil-A after working there?
Yeah.
That place is so good.
It is so good.
There was a time I was telling them I was like I can never get tired of it, and like a day later I was like yeah I'm kind of getting tired of it.
There was an off-campus Chick-fil-A in Statesboro, and I never went to the on-campus one because I didn't want to wait in an hour line to get Chick-fil-A and have to.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tommy just did the from the back jump stand up. What is that called?
Kipped up.
He's kipping. He kipped
That was
up.
awesome.
And you heard his fucking ankles break.
We need to get like a Tommy cam, like a webcam. That's always on top.
Awesome.
Put it in the corner.
It's like up in that corner. It's like black and white.
It's like a security cam.
Super zoomed to Tommy.
It's like it's like tracking his face.
Whenever you post this video, it's just up in the corner constantly.
That actually be kind of funny. Like, I have a webcam. I have another camera too.
Or have him like wear a GoPro.
Yeah, let's just strap one of those like GoPro face mounts on the top.
Like from the top, like nose down. You can see it's
like those guys who like go
moving.
through like caves and stuff like this.
He's just on his phone for like 45 minutes.
He looks up, looks terrified, like eyes just shifting.
It is so hot in this room.
I know.
I thought
We're
it was
in a damn
the
long
stars
sleeves
were
and roll 'em
fucking
up.
Fred in his zone, but it's just warm.
No, it's toasty. It's like hot yoga, but hot podcast. Whoever starts sweating first.
150-degree podcast. podcast.
That's the gimmick for our podcast here.
It physically makes your phone hotter.
Yeah.
Just burns the battery.
It's like hot ones for podcast.
Have you guys ever like just like played like frisbee or something and realized that your phone has just been sitting in the sun for like 30 minutes and go over and
pick it up and you can cook
it's
a
like,
fucking
oh
egg
man,
on it.
this $900 computer almost just broke.
Yeah, dude.
Jeez.
I move away from the mic and breathe.
Like Tay Zonde.
Chocolate
rain. So in sync.
That was awesome.
He had a sequel. It's called Cherry Chocolate Rain.
Did
It's
he?
way more sexual.
I wonder what life as like a early YouTube viral video. I feel like he just went on like go on like weird interview shows. Like they would be on this podcast. That's about our budget right now.
Dude, if we got Ty Zonde,
Hey, Tay Zonde.
I would get a
$100 to come.
headache from listening to his voice for more
Hello,
than
bar.
He's
More than
got
30
that golden announcer
Have you
voice.
seen the have you seen the video of that homeless guy as the golden
Yeah.
announcer?
Yeah.
And he got a job. and
That
he,
was when we were in
beat
like
his
middle school. I
daughter or
think I heard that
something.
on the Burt show.
Yeah, he was like
Old
for
video.
$1 he would like announce something.
Yeah.
Welcome back to.
That was like the pants on the ground guy. All these like old viral
He
guys.
took that on the road, dude.
Did he?
Yeah.
What does Lil Nas X sing after Old Town Road?
This is it.
He has 3 songs on Spotify: Old Town Road with Billy Ray Cyrus, and then Old Town Road Diplo remix.
How did that blow up so much?
I don't know. He's from Valdosta.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently he was just like I saw something he was saying. He's like, you think I'm like a rapper, but I was just dicking around, and it got like popular. I think TikTok honestly probably made it really big. And, like those like e-girls and e-boys who like were doing like the cowboy thing.
You have a TikTok account?
I do not.
TikTok.
You
You
have a
know his
TikTok account?
TikTok? Dylan Jennings. Another name
Dylan.
drop there. He goes on TikTok often, dude. That guy is a 13-year-old boy. Hopefully he doesn't hear this.
He actually is a 13-year-old boy.
Yeah, Allison.
Mitchell hangs out with a lot of children.
Yeah, no, I love Dill.
I love Dill too. Allison sends me TikToks sometimes and they're never funny, and I feel bad. I'm just like, haha.
I see some of them like on like Reddit sometimes, or like on my. I really hate my Instagram search feature. Like I just need to like I started using the little 3 dots in the corner where you click like see less of these posts. Like that made my life so much better because I was just getting like all the pictures like the cloned sorority girls that all look exactly the same. And like it's like look like, and if you go to any of their profiles, they're all exactly the same. They have the circles at the bottom. It's like my life sorority. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zeta Thigh Chi.
But yeah,
It's
I
amazing
hate
how much
that.
of a hive mind they are, dude.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Like objectively, it's,
Just
like,
a
it's
picture of the-
amazing.
also you're like required to post things sometimes, and like you can't post certain things.
Yeah.
Like it's
Really?
like Maggie was telling me that, another name drop.
Like
Yeah.
what certain things can they not
like
post?
like anything with alcohol, and like sometimes you have like there's like I can't think of what let's say it's pie like, and they post like why pie Wednesday, like why they joined it and stuff like that, and it's like a huge paragraph post. It's just all for like Rush so they can make more money.
Interesting.
Yeah, they'll post like just a picture of their straight like bare asshole and say like, I wish I was still at the beach, you know. It's like, bring me back.
Take me back.
Yeah, it's the middle of winter and it's like some inspirational quote, and then it's literally just a booty pic.
Yeah.
Take me back.
Those
Here's
are
my fucking
amazing.
sphincter.
Whenever I find like just anybody on Instagram, I always comment skinny mini.
Yeah.
Or my best friend is so pretty.
So small.
So small.
Look at that
Take me back.
fucking thigh gap. Jesus Christ.
You can drive a truck through that.
You're right, dude. It really desensitizes you. Now, like they're not hot. I mean, they're hot, but they're not.
It's
They're,
like-
they're
it's like
hot,
you-
but I've seen so many of
You're
them.
so it's just clones.
exact
Yeah.
same picture from
yeah.
every single one.
And it's
some hot blonde girl with who's tan and has curves. It's like, okay,
and it's weird because like on Instagram, like I'll see all these like people like when I went to Georgia Southern a long time ago, it would say like GSU, that girl goes there, and I was like, I've never seen girls who look like this on my campus. It's because it's all posing. Like,
Yeah.
It is.
literally like
fucking-
I've seen like on the
when
subreddit Instagram reality, like
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
like it
There's some
is all about
interesting photos on there.
posing.
When
Like,
they're
it's
that,
crazy.
that mirror shot where like they put their front leg like to the side, they put their front leg up. I would pose, but I'm sitting down, and like it makes their ass look like it's like 30
Enormous.
pounds heavier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or like standing on like your tiptoes and stuff like that, or like
Yeah.
like I see it all the time on like Lake Day posts and stuff like that, where they're on their knees and they're all like leaning back.
Yeah, dude, they got that like duck booty.
Take
Yeah.
the
Where
fucking
their
picture,
discs are
Jimmy.
slipping, they're just like hanging out there. But dude, that's amazing. Like some people, like some girls, have such a following that they are sponsored by companies just to
crazy.
pose with their products.
Oh, yeah.
just because they look hot.
Yeah, like
Like that is
and
an
then,
insane life.
like a lot of them just like these girls like who are like the Instagram public or the influencers, whatever they're called, like they will just like do it with other girls. Like one girl will post, "Oh, go follow her. She's so pretty,"
Yeah.
and they'll both do that, and they'll just like it's like
Like
it's like a
network.
it's basically networking. It's weird.
It is weird.
Yeah.
But dude, that is. I wonder like what. I would like to be like a fly on the wall in their like psychology and see how their life is.
You want to be a brain tumor. That's
I want to be a fucking brain tumor in there, and just see like how they think and like how they act in their day-to-day life, having that kind of like following. Like you literally have millions of people who follow you for you posting booty pics.
There's one girl from our high school. I won't drop her name on this.
I know exactly
but
what you're
like
talking about. You know too.
Yeah,
showed me.
I've gone through her comments before, and like there's just like these dudes. I'll just like it'll be like, "Oh, that ass so nice," and I'll just click on their profile. It's like these married ass dudes who are just like posting on these like young girls' Instagram pages. It's like I feel bad for them. I mean, like more power to them. They're doing what they want to do. Like it's like I'm not upset with them. I think you do.
I'm gonna just show you the picture. You can just confirm.
I mean, I guarantee you think of what I'm thinking about.
I wonder if
this is just getting awkward at this point for the viewers at home.
Up,
the viewer, my mom in California. Love you,
Mom. She gonna watch this?
No.
I hope not.
I hope not. Maybe. I want to change my Instagram to basically just be pictures of me holding bass, and the location for all of them is gonna be "You wish."
Yeah.
I'm gonna black out the background so no one knows where my spots are.
Yeah, dude, I'm just gonna be holding up like random objects, like a ruler or something.
I really, me and my friend were talking about this. I really want to go like on a picture on like a boat and just have a deer head, like just holding up a deer.
That'd be pretty good, dude.
He was a fighter.
Just holding up like a Chick-fil-A bag or something.
It's like the full-blown camo deer, like just on like an ocean fishing boat.
You're like in camo, you have a rifle, and you're just holding a deer head on the boat.
Just so hard to like, this full deer just lifting the head. Like that'd be such like you'd have to get like a lot of people on board with doing that.
Yeah.
I have to kill a deer first.
Yeah. Okay. All right,
yeah.
We're all on
the little
page.
camera flash so that we can see you.
Don't super zoom on that.
Now they're going to.
Oh, man.
All right. So, what is your opinion of Six Flags?
Like
over Georgia?
Over Georgia? I mean, it's just like I used to kind of like Six Flags. It always just smells like tar. Like if you've ever been there.
Yeah.
And I always feel like I'm gonna get stabbed.
I feel like every time I go back there, it gets grayer. Like every ride is just a little bit more monotone.
I didn't even like over not this spring break, but the last one. Me and Maggie went to Orlando. We didn't even go to Disney or to like Universal. We went to like City Walk and stuff, and that was nicer than Six Flags over Georgia. Like I felt way safer. Like I had a better time. Like Six Flags is just a miserable place.
Six Flags, like you ride the Goliath, and that's about it.
That's it.
This podcast is brought to you by Six Flags over Georgia.
Agoraphobia is a pretty good ride.
They just unveiled a new ride. It's basically like one of those like swinging ones. I just hit the microphone. It's like just kind of swings.
Oh, did you see it like county fairs and stuff?
Yeah, but it's like a fancy version. I was watching like 11 Alive or something, and instead of dealing with like crimes, this guy was like, "I went on it 6 times," and it's not what he sounded like. He's like, "After going on it 6 times, I can tell you that this is a great ride."
It's about the 4th time when I really realized.
He was like, the first time we went on was 4:45 a.m. Second time was 5:30. Like he was going super early, like before anyone got there. And like
strange thing to focus on.
Yeah, it was really weird. Like Flint, Michigan still doesn't have clean water, and that's what they're focusing on.
Oh yeah. Dude, that's fucked up, man.
Someone big, I think it might have been Elon Musk actually, was talking about like getting Flint clean. It might not have been Elon Musk, but I remember it was someone. It might have been Jaden Smith actually. They're very similar people in our society.
Making big changes in the world.
Like, how can water be real if Flint, Michigan's water ain't real?
Yeah. Fucking dude, how about Will Smith as
the genie?
The genie.
It like before it even came out, it had like a 4-star IMDb rating, like a 4 out of 10.
Give it a chance. I'm so excited to see it.
You gonna see it?
No.
I might see
it.
I
didn't see Detective Pikachu. I wanted to see it.
Is it still in theaters or is it out of theaters?
I think so.
Yeah.
We should go see it tomorrow.
That'd be fun.
We could.
Maybe.
All right, fine. We won't.
We could go see it. It's kind of expensive. Wait for it to come out illegally online.
Expensive? It's $10.
Yeah.
Probably
you know how much all those microphones and shit cost?
Probably.
I am in the hole.
Jesus.
I'm banking on this podcast.
Well, we already got to throw this one out for that midget rant.
No worry, we can edit
Gleb,
that
back
out.
up a little bit so the camera can see me.
No. I'm staying right here.
He's kind of a ghost.
What's up, y'all?
I'm gonna figure out a better angle for that camera. Or just get 2 cameras. I'll buy another $3,000 camera just for this podcast.
I'm twice as big as both of you on that camera.
We need a circular table or something.
That's definitely what we need.
Yeah, we could do something. Like I said, this is a trial run.
Have it raised much higher, like from the ceiling.
Ooh, we can do the new segment I've been working on called Mail Time with the podcast. You can check our user mail. There's no mail in here. So if you want to send us fan mail or ask us any questions, send us an email at xxpodcastguyxx@yahoo.com.
Why did you do a Yahoo? No one uses Yahoo.
I use Yahoo.
This video's been sponsored by Gray Block Pizza.
It would have had to have been XXX Podcast Guy XXX, so I did Gmail. XX Podcast Guy XX was taken.
This podcast is sponsored by Pizzeria Azzurri.
I used to work there.
wish.
That was one of the best jobs I had. Like
Really?
I didn't get paid that. I think I had like $8.50 an hour, but I got so much free food. It was awesome.
Really?
And you listen to music and stuff. Always like
What
busy
did
a
you
lot.
do? Were
Did
you
you
cook?
work
I
with
started
the-
off in Dish Pit, and I actually really enjoyed it.
Clawed your way up.
I clawed my way up to salads, and then I did deliveries.
Wow.
One of the guys who worked there told me delivery is an elite group, and you have to be like,
It is, dude.
like invited in. Like
It's like
it's
the-
not just
like
willy
the-
like
nilly.
the Army Rangers
It's
of
basically-
Pizzeria Azzurri.
They made us.
Did
They
you
had
get
like
paid
a
for miles?
no. You got like every delivery you did, you got a $2 gas bump, and then you could keep the tip. So it wasn't
It's not
bad.
bad.
So if you did 2 deliveries, each one was $2.
$2 gas pump. What do you mean?
Like if I had to drive a pizza to your house, it would be it'd be $3 extra for you to buy the pizza for delivery because 2 of it went to me, 1 of it went to the restaurant, and then I got to keep the tip too. I really like doing deliveries because I love driving around.
Yeah, dude.
Mhm.
It's not. It's a lot of freedom.
It is a lot of freedom.
It's nice.
When did you do delivery?
I didn't, but Eric.
Thank you. All right, cool, man.
I didn't. But Eric was telling me
Fucking
about it,
phony.
and he just would take. Where did he work? He worked at that like one Japanese restaurant. I think he worked at a Hibachi Express, but he would like
Okay.
go in there. They'd hand him like a pile of food, and he just find the addresses and just drive around and then clock out and
The
shift.
thing that like was the bane of my existence was every time I tried to type in an address before I click Google Maps, I always click Google Drive. It's like I'm driving, gotta click Drive, and then I was like, God damn it.
You actually do that?
That actually is right
Jesus.
like in my phone. Drive is right next to Maps. And I'd always click Drive. I'm like, I'm driving.
Why is oh
It's like when you're like talking and trying to type at the same
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Like what was I trying to say the other day? Like I was trying to like
hello?
answer my like little brother's question. I ended up just saying like microphone or something. He was talking about
No,
microphone.
I know exactly
Yeah.
what you mean. You're like thinking, okay, I gotta drive here,
Yeah.
and then that's.
It's like while you're texting while driving and you
Exactly.
keep running into other cars.
Yeah.
I about did that
Fucking
today on the
hate
way
that.
here.
Did you?
Yeah.
You might
It's
stop
illegal.
texting.
I went
driving.
over like
you just
a-
exposed yourself.
I went
in
over like a-
Forsyth County.
This has been an undercover operation since high school. I'm an undercover
Yeah.
cop. I'm 30 years old.
Here's a
SWAT,
ticket.
SWAT team comes in.
Here's your
$50
ticket.
ticket.
Yeah, dude.
You
I
get swatted
went
for
over
that.
like a small hill.
We got him, boys.
I went over a hill and saw him there, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And I hit the brakes, and I was fine.
Just threw your phone out the window.
It's like, "Ah, I don't need that."
You ever see the video of the guy who got pulled over just by a traffic stop and he like put drugs on like helium balloons and floated them up into the sky and the cop like shot at them?
Really?
Yeah, it was a really old video. I don't know if it was fake or not, but it was like a cop dash cam
It
video.
sounds fake as fuck.
It does. I don't know if he actually like pointed his gun at him, but it was probably like one of those faked videos, but it was really funny.
Yeah, we just saw that police chase. That started at the O'Reilly Auto Parts just on exit 14. We watched on YouTube. Were you there for that?
Was that recently?
Yeah, it was like a May,
Oh
May
yeah,
2nd
we
or
watched it
something
on YouTube.
on the Roku,
Yeah, that's right.
On the
yeah.
Roku.
sponsored by
Was
Roku.
that he's on a motorcycle? Was it just
he was
an
in
actual
a
car?
van.
Oh, that's right.
You ever
And the
see?
doors were open.
You see that police chase where like the dude was on a motorcycle and was going like super fast on I think it was Holtzclaw Road and he turned around,
That's
the
the
cop
one
turned
I'm
around and then he
thinking. Yeah.
flipped over and hit like a
Yeah.
telephone pole and you
That's
could hear like
the
the canine barking in the back.
Dude,
What a
Everyone was
idiot.
fine.
Yeah.
Motorcyclists run away from cops all the time.
Oh yeah, it's apparently super easy.
It's super easy because
Especially-
they can accelerate like crazy and lane split. So if it's really busy traffic and they get like pulled over, they can just gun it and be gone and take a turn. And their motorcycle's so small and they can't read the license plate because it's like
Yeah,
literally this big. Like how are you supposed to read a license plate like that?
I can't even read it like when I'm behind it.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I about watched a motorcyclist get decapitated on the way home the other day.
Really?
He tried to lane split, and the car got real
by like
close.
by like a guillotine.
Yeah.
Dude, my
Yeah,
grand-
he-
my-
he
He's
was-
answering
he was
for
set to
crimes.
death.
my granddad saw a dude get decapitated on a motorcycle. That's why like
Really?
nobody in my family likes motorcycles because of that story. He was like literally sitting out on his porch And there was this guy who bought a motorcycle, and they kind of like live in this like circle. So we would just like watch him like drive around in a circle for like days. And then I think like after a week of him getting it, my granddad was watching, and right in front, he like clipped the back of a car and hit like a telephone pole. His head just popped right off onto the street.
Bro, it was like a Lego.
Yeah, seriously.
Like a Lego character.
That's Belarus for you.
Belarus just goes over and tries to set it back on top. Wait, there's no work.
I saw Belarus's flag the other day. It was just gray. It was just a gray
it's
flag.
red and green.
Red and green.
It's Christmas year round. In Belarus for Christmas you get kartoshka.
You get gray.
You get gray. You get the mumps.
You get gray and you get stew, and that's all you get on your birthday.
Their flag is
what is in stew, babushka?
Kartoshka.
Where do you get water from?
The flag
we
is just
squeeze potato.
It's just gray with a chain on it, and the Adidas logo.
It's in the corner.
We just lost half of our audience in Belarus.
What if we get massive in Russia?
This podcast is tanking.
I'm gonna get my granddad to sponsor this and start spreading it around.
Just watching on a gas-powered TV.
You have to fucking hand crank it. You have to
Has
change
no
the
audio.
oil on your television.
How many miles has that TV gone?
It is both snowing and 150 degrees in here.
They just have like every animal there. Also, I saw like a kangaroo with claws there one time.
So Mitchell's theme is he's just gonna make shit up.
Yeah.
On every podcast.
It's about Belarus. It's a travel podcast. Why you should
A
never
life
go to Belarus.
podcast.
Like they raise the flag in the morning, they're just raising like chains.
Yeah.
Using chains to lift more chains.
The state bird is fucking an Adidas tracksuit.
One like flew off one of the Gopniks one day and just has been floating around in the heavy winds. That's the state.
It's like stuck in a wind
It's a myth.
That's the only
It's been there for like
the only wildlife that lives in Belarus.
Jesus.
It's an Adidas tracksuit.
Dude, they have like wild buffalo.
Do they?
Yeah, like
Is
Belarus
there a
is
Ted's Belarus grill?
It's like it's a grassland, so there are like bison roaming around there.
I just
really
that's
don't know what the
it's
terrain
I
it's
is.
just
a
kind of imagine
state animal.
like sand and like old just concrete buildings
No,
with
it's
no windows.
the concrete buildings is like relatively true, but it's just like grass field with like little scattered forests everywhere, and there's a bunch of old villages and radiation
Just
pockets
imagine
everywhere.
if you like dig down like 3 feet, you'll just hit cement.
Yeah.
No matter where you
Like
go.
I know Mitchell was joking when he said gray, but I honestly just imagine it was a really gray, dead place, like no
Dude.
life.
Yeah, I mean,
except for like 6 people living in a studio like apartment with one mattress.
Dude, I mean that is what it is. I was showing
rolling dice vaguely. None of them actually know the
not even a
rules to what
game,
they're
yeah.
playing.
I was showing Mitchell a video. Like, there's this guy named Bald and Bankrupt who I told you about this.
That's his legal name.
His last name is Bald, but he
Bankrupt is as a surname in Belarus.
he like for some reason he's like really interested in like the Soviet Union, so he went to Belarus and he's like traveling to like different cities to see the history, and he's got some like really strange videos. Like the last one that he posted, he was driving around this old village in southern Belarus, like close to the border of Ukraine, where there's a bunch of like radiation pockets and no villagers, and some dude on the road like stopped him and told him to get, he got in the car and he just like told him to drive, and he had like really bad Parkinson's, so he's like doing this the whole time.
This is stick up.
And so like this guy just like travels to like village to village and like just like talks with the local people. Like he's not like a tourist, he just like goes in and like assimilates. And he took this guy all the way home. This dude lives in a village all by himself in the middle of nowhere. And he has to like travel like 50 miles to get to a store, and he's just this old man who eats he eats buckwheat every day, and he's lived alone for like years
Just
and
moves,
years.
man.
This guy sounds like a better version of the YouTube channel. I saw this one. I don't even know what it's called. He has a lot of subscribers, like probably
David
600,000. No, it's this like redhead dude who's like basically lives in the middle, or like
I know
travels
exactly
to the
what you're
Middle
talking
East. He's like, the people in Saudi Arabia are so nice.
That
They
is
give me
exactly-
everything for free.
exactly how he
it's because you're a
talks.
tourist. They don't do that with each other. Like I guarantee you, it's not just like here, have everything for free. It's like you are pale. You're the only pale person there. You have bright red hair.
Exactly.
And you're like, I'm from USA.
Yeah.
And like, of course they're gonna give you free shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just such a beautiful. It's just a beautiful country. It's just a concrete jungle.
Yeah. thought it'd just be sand over there too, man. That's
apparently like it might be Pakistan or something. They have like a ton of like orange trees everywhere. Like that's their thing.
Orange trees and pomegranates
and sugar cane. You got that sugar cane juice for free.
Sugar cane, figs. Figs are apparently pretty big there.
Yeah, like it's honestly because he's carrying a camera around. Like he went to this like shop owner. He's like, cookies. He ate one. He's like,
how much? No, don't worry about it.
Don't pay me. And he's like, oh, but I can give you money. He's like, just go.
And then there's that
like,
one.
They're not being nice. They just don't want to be filmed. They don't want to be filmed being cheap.
Yeah, they think they're like set up because that just doesn't happen there.
Yeah.
And then there's that one like clip of him. I guess it's like one of the girls he's traveling with, and she's like crying in the car. He's like, "What's wrong with?
I got 6 salt lamps, and
they didn't take my money. I just feel so blessed.
Oh my god!
I just feel so loved.
So
that is
much
what she
salt. She's crying because she was just eating salt.
I've got to get it out of my body. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that guy frustrates me, but I mean, he's getting paid to do that by subscriber count, so I would say more power to him, but I hope he fails.
Fuck, man. What happened to Ray William Johnson?
I don't even know. He's probably well off, I would assume.
Opium den right
dude,
now.
that dude legit, he's 4'7".
That's not true. I guarantee
I swear to God.
Dude, he like stands on a box to record.
No, he is small.
He created the jump cut, honestly.
He did,
though.
Yeah.
Equals 3.
Do you pull up a video right now? His jokes are horrible on there.
Dude, but he was the only one doing that.
Yeah, I loved his video.
That was the only reason he was that.
He was like he was kind of like news vlogger. Like, I was not a fan of him, but there was 2 guys at my lunch table in 8th grade who just would always quote him, and they were always just really cringy things. They were just dying though.
Yeah,
that
was like, pretty like scene. He just like seemed like a scene guy.
His hair was, if you touched it, it would pierce your hand.
You ever heard of Tobuscus?
Yeah.
Tobuscus.
He got in trouble for like sexually assaulting somebody. I think.
Don't doubt it. Yeah. Like, I don't know. He was another one that's like super like just like makes like there's one guy like I digress, but
it's okay.
I clicked on his channel. His whole thing is just parody songs of like Taylor Swift, and it's like
I know
Minecraft.
Exactly what you're talking
that
about.
Blonde guy.
Or no, you're talking about Buff.
It might be. It's
He's
just
like a Buff Cornell.
Maybe
he literally just stands in his room and dances and sings really badly to songs, and he's gotten huge from.
No, that's not who I'm thinking of. This is like blonde guy, and he has like 10 million subscribers, and he makes like songs like Taylor Swift accurate parody or accurate song parody, and it's just like really like very middle school. Like I can't imagine being comfortable doing that as an adult. Like, but he is just raking in the cash from doing that, and he does like Minecraft parodies and stuff like that, like songs like. Yeah, I guess I don't know.
I mean, you gotta hand it to the people, man. They're just like producing,
even
if it's like shitty content, they're making
money.
a lot of it.
Oh yeah,
and they just gain a following.
Yeah, like honestly, like if you just do if you can make one video a week, just constantly, like even if it's not the best, you will eventually get you'll eventually get a following, and like you'll figure it out. Like this podcast is gonna be terrible. If we make 50 of these, I'm sure by the 50th one we'll have it figured out, and it'll be like at least the production quality will be a lot nicer. The topics will probably still be shitty.
And the nicher your topic, the more likely it'll get like a unique following. Because there's this one girl who posts videos of her like doing old tests from like the 1800s. She's like a math PhD or something like that.
You said that. I might have just been my recommended, but I pulled up a video of her doing like the MIT entrance exam
from like 1860 or something. It was just
simple
like
algebra.
Dude, she's like super sweet. Like she's just like doing old math tests, and she has a huge following.
There's this one guy called Townsend and Son. He like the YouTube algorithm just thinks that I like that. I mean, I really do like it, but they just fill it right in. He just does like 18th century cooking, like soldiers' rations, and and it's just like really interesting. He's a very good host. He's like super friendly. He looks like he would be easy to talk to. Like I'm sure he does that as a job because he has like full get up and everything. But just these weird niche things.
YouTube recommend is doing a decent job.
Yeah,
the algorithm. Like Badlands Chugs. That was randomly in my YouTube recommend, and I love that guy.
You ever heard of Badlands?
No.
God, where's Tom?
Oh wait, no, he's that huge black guy, right? Yeah, I have seen him.
The video that was recommended to me was Sonic Route 44 cherry lemonade sipped fast through a straw in all caps.
Straw, it's like, it's like a horrible brain freeze.
The one you showed me was like chugged 2 liters of Mountain Dew, or was it 4?
Yeah, had 3 22-ounce bottles of Mountain
I
Dew that
watched
he
him
chugged
chug
in
like
40
a
seconds.
like a 2-liter Coke, warm Sprite or something like that, and it's just like
Fuck,
he has his own like signature giant straw.
He's gonna die
That's like
quickly.
Shoe Nice or whatever, that guy who just used to like chug bottles of liquor. And
Dude,
stuff
his
like
last the reason why he stopped is because he did an entire 2-liter bottle of Jack Daniels. And he slammed it in like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And I'm like the LD50 for alcohol. I don't even know, but like he was like definitely exceeding it, and I'm pretty sure he almost died from it.
What is LD50?
LD50 is when like if it reaches like a certain
Lethal
point in your
dose.
body where you have a 50% chance of dying when it reaches like a
lethal
certain
dose 50. Okay.
yeah, a certain percentage in your blood or something like that.
Jesus.
But he was really close. And he stopped after that. It seems like, I don't know. He did some weird shit. Dude, he like ate deodorant.
Yeah. I mean, that's a niche
A lit
thing.
cigarette. He ate like 13 at once.
Yeah.
That's like
LA Beast is getting pretty wild, man.
yeah, he's always been pretty wild.
He
though.
had he drank a whole like giant bottle of Tabasco sauce. And he got pretty fucking far.
I've seen him like he made this like pump that was used the drill to pump it, and he drank a bottle of mustard and ketchup through his nose using a drill pump.
That's
and
so
just like
gross.
What the fuck
yeah.
did he think of that?
I don't know. I mean, like a lot of these guys, like I don't even think most people realize a lot of them have managers and producers, like I don't know, like that tell them what like PR people.
Yeah, we saw that. What's that? The small Asian guy who's an eater.
Matt Stoney.
Matt Stoney.
Dude,
he's
I've been subscribed to Matt Stoney since he had 20,000 subscribers. Like I've been following that dude for a while because he used to do like the first one I remember watching was he went to Olive Garden and did like an unlimited like shrimp pasta or it was a Red Lobster like unlimited shrimp and like he ate like 15 bowls or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been Mega Toad, Super Toad, whatever it's called, fan for a while.
Yeah, we watched him eat
Super Toad.
like 150
Megatode.
bags of Pop Rocks.
Dude,
He
that
didn't
was
go all the way through
fucked.
though.
Well, I looked up the LD50 for sugar. And if he would have eaten the whole thing, he would have
Really?
could have died from it.
He would have died
Yeah.
from just whatever's in the.
I watched him
Pop
try
Rocks.
eating like some crazy amount of Pocky, like those things that are like dipped in chocolate.
Yeah. Dude,
and,
he has that like mega bowl. His bowl is like this big. It's enormous.
It's gotta be. Like,
Yeah. He's a really like a slim dude. I remember reading like after watching one of his videos, I was like looking into competitive eating. It's actually more beneficial for you to be like skinny. And eat like really big meals so it stretches out your stomach and have a little bit of food beforehand because it like preps your stomach for the huge.
it's like pre-gaming.
Yeah, because it's easier to like stretch like muscle than it is fat for some reason. So if you're like really fat, you have a hard time eating a lot of food. But that's why
I guess it's like warming up for like just like a workout.
Yeah, that's why a lot of competitive eaters are like kind of skinny and stocky. But dude, that dude looks like he has a huge mouth. That's another thing.
He's got a nice mouth. Yeah. Matt Stoney, if you're watching, open wide.
Got a great
We've
mouth.
seen what that mouth do, and I want more of it.
He ate a Happy Meal in
I think it was 5 seconds.
5
or something,
seconds,
like 4
something
points,
like that.
something. Like
And
crazy.
he did it on the 4th attempt. So he had 3 Happy Meals before eating the 4th.
Like it was just because he couldn't
15
grab
seconds.
all the fries on the first 3, and then he got them all, and then he could do it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
How?
Dude, Happy Meals are awesome. Yeah. I always get a Happy Meal and a
Fuck
McDouble,
McDonald's.
and it ends up being like $4, and it's like the
McDonald's.
same amount of food. I do love McDonald's.
I love it
I
so
hate
much.
I don't hate. I mean, I don't hate. I just don't like.
I just grew up on it, man. Like that's what my grandma would take my brother and I every time we would be dropped over at her house. We would go to McDonald's and we get a Happy Meal and a toy. It's just like
my mom used to like I hardly remember this, but when we were like really little, her and her friend would take like me, Savannah, and Tommy, and then her kids to the play place. They'd eat McDonald's. They'd get us. Like me and Tommy would split a Happy Meal, so for like $10, like they would just have like an afternoon. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why I like it so much, is because it like takes me back to those moments.
My mom told me that like her favorite fast food place is McDonald's too, and it's what's it called, Jack in the Box, but they don't have those here. But she's like, it's probably McDonald's here, and she said that she thought since her dad, like my grandpa, would never let them get any fast food or like go out to eat like at all. She was like, well, that made me really like it, so I thought if I gave you guys it like occasionally, it would make you like not like it as much. And it,
opposite
no,
effect.
No, I ate that. Like I probably like my cholesterol is through the roof. Like that's not even an exaggeration or a guess. Like I've had it tested.
Really?
It is bad.
Shit, man.
Maybe you should.
Eggs.
When
I got it tested like last winter, but have not changed.
Lord knows where it's at.
But I'm getting a physical here on the 14th of June.
Egg yolks, worst thing you can do for your cholesterol.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah.
What, for some reason, there's like such a split science on eggs if they're healthy or not for you.
Egg whites are really good for you. Eggs are good for you except cholesterol, the yolk, because like if you go to McDonald's and get a double cheeseburger, it has 80 milligrams of cholesterol or 80 grams, whatever. That's like, it's a sizable amount. You're not supposed to eat more. If you're on a regular diet, you're not supposed to eat more than 300 grams of cholesterol, 300 milligrams, whatever it is, per day. If you're on a low cholesterol diet, you're not supposed to go over 200.
What does cholesterol do? Like, what happens?
It stops your blood up.
Okay.
But there's like different kinds of cholesterol too. But
does that contribute to like high blood pressure?
Yeah.
Okay, mine might be
mesothelioma.
because I have high blood pressure.
Really?
I think my cholesterol might be high then.
Yeah, but double cheeseburger has like 89 milligrams or grams, and then bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit has 350.
Holy fuck!
Like egg yolks are like a single egg yolk has like 200, but egg whites have 0.
Holy one egg yolk?
One egg yolk has like an immense amount of cholesterol, but egg whites have 0 grams of cholesterol.
So the daily recommended is 301 egg. One egg yolk has 200.
Yeah.
Holy
like
fuck,
egg
dude!
yolk,
I eat like 4 eggs every
morning. Egg yolks are like one of the worst things for your cholesterol.
Holy shit!
I'm gonna keep eating them.
I've been eating. I eat eggs. I really like going to Waffle House, getting those bacon, egg, and cheese patty melts, or bacon, egg, and cheese melts.
Dude, that explains a lot of shit. Because my blood pressure. I went and got prescribed Vyvanse, and my blood pressure was like really high when I was in there. And that was like at the time where I was eating like 4 eggs and like oatmeal every single morning.
They're like great for like building muscle and like, 'cause they have a ton of protein. But egg whites, they just don't taste good. But egg whites are just like the same thing basically.
My mom buys those in like cartons, like egg whites.
Like you can dump it out in cartons.
Exactly.
If you just put enough salt and pepper on it.
That's probably like the missing link here for my health.
Yeah.
Thanks for saying that.
Yeah.
Tony Shire.
I didn't want to stop eating McDonald's, so I had to figure out another reason why my cholesterol was high. So I cut out my 1 egg a month. And now I'm fine, I think.
I feel great. I never felt better.
Yeah, dude, that explains I would eat like 5 cheeseburgers from McDonald's every day.
And then you eat an egg and you feel sick.
Yeah, I eat 4 eggs in the morning.
God. You need to cut the eggs out. That's what's gonna kill you.
Jesus. Yeah, man. What's your favorite restaurant right now?
Favorite restaurant?
Fast food or whatnot, doesn't matter.
Fast food, probably still McDonald's. I really like like ones that I can go to. McDonald's, but I really like Jack in the Box, but they don't have one here.
Jack in the Box.
It's really good. They have really good tacos. They have really good egg rolls. They have really good burgers. Like it's all over the place.
Yeah.
Like that place is amazing.
I think they had like a bacon milkshake or something a couple of years ago.
Nasty.
Cane's. I really like Cane's.
I do not like Cane's.
Really?
How do you not like Cane's? It's just chicken.
Every time I went to Athens, I went to Cane's. I went to Athens.
I think it's because I ate it so much.
Better
it was
than
so
Zaxby's.
fucking.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, it's way better than Zaxby's.
Yeah,
the only thing that Zaxby's has on them is their fries.
Their chicken tastes way better.
Zaxby's?
Yeah, dude, their chicken has
Absolutely
flavor.
not.
Cane's is literally just a fucking tendy.
Nah, I mean, I like Cane's more.
I like them both.
You're entitled to your own opinion,
Yeah,
whether it's wrong or not.
Like their fries. I think their fries are a little better. Their bread is a little better, but their chicken is.
Their bread is eons above Zaxby's bread.
It is.
Like
I will admit
amazing.
That. But their menu is like so limited. Like
I mean,
it's the
but
same
that's
thing
what you
over
need.
and over.
Yeah.
It's
that's
just,
what fast food should
like
be.
You know what they sell? They sell chicken tenders. Do you want bread with them? Do you want on the side, or do you want two of them?
You want coleslaw?
Right, yeah.
Who gets the coleslaw?
That's why Chick-fil-A is so good.
I don't mind coleslaw.
That's
on
why
barbecue sandwiches.
McDonald's. I mean, it's still good, but it's just because they have so much fucking money. That's a reason why like there aren't fast food places that just serve everything.
Did you know Subway is the #1 international fast food restaurant? Like
did.
Yeah, it's #1. Like, but I was thinking about it. In Statesboro alone, there's like 8. And Statesboro is not like a huge town. Like every truck stop I've ever been to has probably had a Subway in it.
Probably 5 in Athens.
I guarantee
2.
there's way more than 5 in Athens.
I can actually think of 3.
Yeah, there's one like on every cardinal direction of town.
That's
and
strange.
in between there.
I didn't realize it was that big. It's not even that good.
I think it's just because you can refrigerate the things for so long. Like everything's so processed. And it's probably just such like low cost, high return, like off that.
Dude, their 6-inch cold cut sandwich is like $4, and it's literally just like fucking baloney.
Firehouse is heads and above better, and it's cheaper too.
For some things.
Last time I went to Firehouse, like I don't think it was the food, but I was just kind of feeling sick, and I just haven't been back since because I'm like associating that. Like I'm sure if I go back again, I'll have a great time and enjoy the sandwich, but I just haven't been craving it because of the last time I went, which was like a few months ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I get a large steak and cheese from Subway, and it's like if you get a drink, it's like $11.
Really?
Yeah, and if you get a large steak and cheese from Firehouse, it's like
$9.
$10. It's like $10.50.
Is that a combo? Or It is a combo for
Yeah.
$10.50.
Did you know if you go to
$11, and it's got a lot more meat on it.
if you go to Firehouse, if you get like a combo, you can get any size drink for no upcharge.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Dude,
And-
that's ridiculous. Have you seen that fucking giant cup that's like that big?
See, it
from
would be
there?
cool if they didn't have Coca-Cola freestyle machines.
Yeah.
I
Fuck
hate
those,
those.
dude.
Those are basically just like, I bet they're like just market research for Coke. Like that's
Yeah.
like, I bet that's where Orange Vanilla Coke came from, because that was probably like a really popular one on those
Yeah.
machines. They're like, all right, let's put it in cans.
I bet it tastes different.
actually-
It tastes horrible.
That's
It does not
definitely-
taste the
The
same.
only place I like it from is Zaxby's though, which is weird because I'm just so used to drinking freestyle Coke while
Yeah.
eating Zaxby's, so it just like tastes normal to me now.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I tried to get Sprite from there, and it just
Yeah.
tasted bad.
I
It tastes
always-
like cream Sprite or
Yeah,
something.
I always like click like my option, like let it run a little bit and then put my cup under to clean up
probably
the
a good idea.
nozzle. I went to a McDonald's the other day and was so upset because they had freestyle machines. It just ruined my day because like McDonald's Coke is so
Thinking
delicious.
about it for a long time.
Like McDonald's,
afterward.
Wendy's is my favorite Coke at the moment. Then probably Chick-fil-A, then McDonald's. But Chick-fil-A and McDonald's are like a tight second, third.
I think Wendy's is the best fast food
Oh
burger.
yeah, for sure. And like you can get like if you get the app, there's coupons, so you can get like $2 off premium combos, and you can get like a Baconator combo for like $6.
Baconator, dude. It's pretty
Baconator.
good.
That's what I always
Dude,
get.
Last time I had a Baconator, I was like driving home from Athens, and I sat down like in the parking lot to eat it, and I ate it, and I felt so bad. And now every time I think about it, I feel like garbage. Like that
Yeah.
thing was so fucking green. There wasn't a vegetable on there. There was no butter.
No, there's no vegetables.
It was like 2 patties and a
Like
shit ton of
mayonnaise
bacon.
and
I-
fucking
Like,
ketchup.
I went to Wendy's probably 4 times a week this past semester, and
4
like
for 4.
no, I always got the son of a Baconator combo because I just reuse the same coupon over and over again. But
Highway robbery.
like on Monday and Wednesday after my bowling class, I would always go to Wendy's, like, and that would be the first thing I would eat that day. I'd wake up at 8 to go play racquetball, do my racquetball class, then go bowl, and then at 2 o'clock I would eat for the first time that day.
Intermittent fasting,
I
baby.
mean, I'm like doing it by accident. That's honestly probably why I'm so skinny. But yeah, like I had to stop going because towards the end of the semester, like I went and tried to use like one of those like coupons you get off the cup, and she was like, "Oh, this expired, but you're here every day. I'll let it slide." And I was like, "Oh, thanks." And she's like, "See you tomorrow." And I was like,
I
"All
must
right,
have put you in a weird spot after hearing that.
time for a life change." And I didn't go for 3 whole days.
Dude, it's just so easy, and it's so good, and it's like relatively cheap. It's like $4. Like
Cooking for yourself is
$4.
expensive. Like if
Yeah.
you're cooking for like 4 people, it's gonna be probably like $3 to $4 per serving. But if you're
Yeah.
cooking for yourself, it's gonna be like $8 per serving. Like it's cheaper to go if you're by yourself cooking for yourself. It's cheaper to go out.
It depends what you get. Like you can get, you can
if
meal
like chicken and rice.
Yeah,
like-
that's all. Like that's what exactly what I was about to say. If you meal prep chicken and rice, dude, you can buy like a bag of rice for $5, like a half-pound bag of
Oh,
rice.
yeah.
Even probably less than that.
Like if you're poor,
chicken is like $6, and then like a giant frozen bag of broccoli is like $5, and you can make meals for weeks with that.
like if you're poor, potatoes and rice is cheaper than ramen, and it has way more nutritional value.
And it's not fucking processed.
Yeah.
and that's a.
But then you
big
just have to eat
thing.
potatoes and rice.
Yeah.
Dude, I wish that like I was just like I could skip like the like probably 2 weeks to a month of just like struggling in the kitchen to be like, because like right now if I try to cook, it's like I'm fine cooking, but I had to look up all these recipes. I don't know what I'm doing, like bad at buying like ingredients and stuff. But I wish I could just like stick to it for like a month and then just be proficient with cooking. Because I've talked to my friends and stuff who are like the guys I used to skate with in Statesboro. They're just like, yeah, I like got all this sweet stuff. And they're like, yeah, I don't even really look at recipes anymore. I just think, oh, this would go good with this, and they just cook every night. Like I opened one of their fridges, it was like a Whole Foods in their fridge. It was just so green and colorful. It was just like those are just like these are rail cigarettes, skateboard, and then just cook the healthiest food I've ever seen in my life.
That's a niche person.
Like
right there.
their conversations are like the most interesting things I've ever listened to. Like they're like pretty cool dudes.
Really?
One of them is like a grad student who's been studying ticks for 2 years.
Wow.
Like that's like he's like discovered species and shit. Like dudes, and like if you
What is he? What is this? What did he?
like
undergrad
biology,
in? Interesting,
yeah.
dude.
But like if
So
you
he
if you
knows-
saw him, you just think, oh, it's just like a skater bro, like climber guy. But like
Yeah.
he is just like
He's
he's
really
like, oh,
fucking
dude,
smart.
like he'll be like going through like Thrasher magazines, like, oh, check out like all these like kickflips and shit. And then he's like, dude, I got these sweet red Ethiopian lentils the other day, and I throw them in this curry, making it like, and just like throw out like, oh, dude, I got this sweet spice from the Decatur like farm market. And so it's
awesome.
like, Dude, I wish I was as good as cooking as you guys. Like I honestly wanted to just like make a documentary. Like I even asked them like, could I make a documentary about you guys? But I just didn't have the time. They're like, oh yeah.
Dude, I love people like that. I love this like eccentric, but like they're so like grounded in themselves, and they just like follow their interests, and you can see it. It's amazing.
Like they're like probably two of my favorite people to talk to. Like it's awesome.
Dude, ticks are bad.
Dude,
ticks are bad.
The Lone Star tick makes you
somebody.
allergic to beef.
We know somebody who's been bitten by that.
Really?
Yeah. She cannot eat meat. If she eats meat, she said she is like bedridden for 8 hours.
Yeah, she gets, and it's not like immediate. It's like a few hours later.
It is.
You can eat like pork and stuff.
No, she can't. She can't. She can't eat. No, she can eat chicken. She can't eat pork. She can't eat beef.
No red meat, I think.
No red meat. I guess pork is a red meat.
Fish you can.
Fish you can, but like she said, I mean, she like misses burgers because she really like burgers. But she says if she eats it,
and it's like for life, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it goes away with time, but there's no cure for it, and it can stay for as long as it wants. Dude, and she's just like gets super sick from it. It sucks.
Yeah, when we first got like big into disc golfing, I remember that was like a huge fear because my mom told me about that. And so like it was one time I was in a McDonald's parking lot actually after playing disc golf. I think I was by myself.
Recurring.
And like
here.
I felt something crawling in my leg. I thought it was a spider, and so I slapped it. But then it just kept trucking up my leg. I'm like, oh no, it's a tick, and like grabbed a lighter and just like singed my skin to get the tick off of me.
Dude, they are malicious. They are malicious, and they're very difficult to kill. Their body is like shaped perfectly to not be crushed.
Oh yeah.
Like you could like put it on this table and press your nail down into it and it wouldn't get crushed.
Yeah, I remember when I found my trash dog Rosie on the street. Like we got we bathed her and stuff like that, and we found one giant tick. And we're like, we got to get this off of her. And so we just grabbed it and just like it took a chunk of her skin out with her, and that was like the loudest I've ever heard her yelp. And that was like before she knew us. Like we picked her up off the street, like cleaned her, like was like feeding her. She was like rail thin, as I think John Mulaney said in one of his things.
Yeah. They are wicked, man.
My cousin, he got bit by a tick when he was like 15. He had Lyme's disease.
Oh, damn, those
Dude,
things are
he's
Lyme's
dead now.
disease. He's actually thriving now.
His blood is all citrus.
But dude, that shit like
citric acid.
It fucks you bad. It can like spread to your brain, and then you start hallucinating.
Oh, yeah, like if you get bit under your hair, you can't see like the marks. I think I saw that on an episode of House actually. Like they had like the target like on their head. I didn't watch House. I've seen like 2.
Dude, they are wicked. They're hard to kill. And they
literally just like sit on grass, like going like this, waiting for something to walk by, so they hook on.
Dude, there was there's like
they fall out of trees too.
They fall out of trees. They can like land on top of you. They like high friction areas, so they're always in my groin region.
Always in your groin.
Dude, I pulled
one 6 right now.
I literally pulled one off my dick a week ago. Like I'm not even exaggerating.
Did it ask consent?
So it was so small.
You should sue ticks.
It didn't have to, dude. It was sucking already. But
I think it still had to.
There's this period of time in spring where they emerge and they're like ravenous. And we went out and we had a forestry field trip, and we went to this one forest, and the guy was like warning us. It's like, hey, it's the like peak of tick season.
Welcome to Tick Woods.
It's the tick belt.
It is the tick belt. The tick belt. He's like, I hope y'all brought like bug spray and stuff, and nobody brought bug spray. I didn't get a tick on me.
Bug spray helps with ticks.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Yeah, DEET does. Or permethrin. You can like just spray that on your pants.
DDT.
But, yeah, dude.
I
didn't get one. I didn't get one on me. But there were like guys like picking them off of them like the entire day. My friend Harold had 14 ticks on him at the end of that day. Like he got fucked up. It's amazing how malicious those things are.
Remember that time we played disc golf and you had bug spray and you're like, oh, I'll leave it at the first hole, that way everyone can use it, and it was just stolen by the time we got back.
Just trying to be a good guy.
Someone just
you cannot be a good guy. This day and age, man.
God.
I honestly just didn't want, I wasn't trying to be a good guy. I just didn't want to carry it.
I know exactly what you're doing.
Fucking leaving out like candy for Halloween and saying, please just take one.
Take one. I do not want to talk to you.
Stupidly optimistic.
Yeah. That they fucking like sliced your hand off if you went for a handful.
You ever see those like videos on like the trashy subreddit where it's just adults coming over and dumping the whole bag or just stealing the bowl? Like,
yeah. I saw a fucking waste of skin today. Whenever I was behind him on the
just loose human skin is on there, like shame.
Shame, man. Wasting my breath.
Could make a suit out of that.
Yeah. A nice lampshade.
It's probably just on sleep mode, maybe.
But
go check it real quick.
But yeah, I was just behind him. He just had like, I guess it was like a thing of like watermelon, and he just fucking threw it out of his car. This is just the trash, man. I hadn't seen it in a while.
Hold on, I'm sorry, dude. I was like focusing on other things.
Yeah,
What the
me
fuck
too.
are you talking about?
I was looking over there. I was behind a guy at the light, and he just put some fucking plastic on the ground. That's pretty much the premise of what I was saying.
Yeah, it's pretty slimy.
I
dude.
honked at him. He just went off.
Honk if you love Jesus.
Make sure you're really far back in that.
Yeah, whenever you like lean forward, I'm just
Yeah.
like hit it.
It's either that or
Yeah.
like I have to like bring the mic and teeter it on the edge of the table. So
Figure out a new system eventually.
it's going pretty well though. It seems like.
I think we need if we had like segments and stuff, it'd be really streamlined.
Yeah, I've been listening to like a lot of podcasts recently, just to, like figure out like structures, and like a lot of them just kind of is just rambling like this. Honestly, like some of them. There's one that's excuse me, is structured.
Unless it's like an interview.
Just throw up.
Usually, if it's like an interview, it's like focusing on like one line.
Yeah.
It's like having guests is nice. It's just having like
Just ask them questions.
and just like being Joe Rogan or being a comedian, just saying
Yeah.
funny shit.
The Joe Rogan podcasts are so long, like 3 hours. I mean, we've
Yeah.
been going for an hour and 15 minutes.
Time it passes quickly, dude. I think the Alex Jones one was like 6 hours long.
Yeah, he did two Alex Jones once. But yeah,
God.
Alex Jones, like honestly, like isn't as crazy as I thought he was. Like after like listening to that, like
He's just like really emotionally
He-
unstable, and that makes him seem
like the
out
stuff
of
he
control.
like a lot of the stuff he says isn't really crazy. It's just kind of like conspiracies, and he's just like erratic, so people think it's crazy.
Like,
He's like not right wing at all either. Like I thought he was like a crazy conservative, but like he's like just like he hates conservatives. He's like a centrist, I think.
Yeah.
or maybe not a centrist. He's just kind of a.
Dude,
I don't know.
every time I think of Alex Jones, I think of this one video I saw, and it was like this live stream that he was doing. I
the
think he was like
Obama one.
come back.
no, he was like interviewing people on the street, and some dude just like flicked him off as he was walking by, and he like barreled after him, and he has like this way that he runs where his head's like you can't see his head, and it's just his arms swinging really hard. He comes over, he's like, "You're pseudo-intellectual, you little bitch," and like all this kind of stuff, and the
Come
guy's
back,
like,
coward.
"Fuck off!" He's like, "Come say something, come say something." So he's like, "I am. Fuck off."
I saw this one where he was like, "I refuse to go along with your lies, President Obama, you wicked, wicked devil." And he started like screaming, and someone put like Goku and shit, like a hair on him, Super Saiyan hair.
Fucking suit. I remember one. It was just like a compilation of them, and it was just like one of them was just like Spider Ghosts are real, and then it cut to the next one.
Dude, his compilations are fucking hilarious.
Starting the Fox game.
Where he like rips it. He's like at a campfire. He's like at a bonfire burning something. He's like rips his shirt off and he starts speaking like really inspirationally into the camera. He's like, "If you watch me, you're gonna make it.
You're gonna make
You're gonna be all right."
I don't know about that, Alex.
I don't know about that, Alex.
He's a funny guy.
He is a funny guy.
Hear about that guy on Jeopardy who's up
Yeah,
to like 2 million in
Whatever
winnings?
his name is. Yeah, he has like a bunch of records on. He's not the highest earner yet,
I think
but
Ken Jennings is, or
he has like he was like a professional sports gambler before
Yeah.
that, and he has like a strategy for how he does
Yeah, I
it. Like
watched
he,
it
he like
there.
he like builds up like bank and then hunts for daily doubles because there's
Yeah.
like percentage of where daily doubles are and stuff.
yeah.
I just don't know how he knows so much. It's
Yeah,
just-
that's the
he's-
thing.
He's like a savant or something.
Yeah. Probably just gathered his own data from watching it so much.
He goes from the bottom up instead of like top down, and because like there's like more of a possibility of it being in the daily double.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, I would fail on that TV show.
Oh yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't. know if I
Whenever
get-
we watch it, I feel like a dumbass because I know nothing.
Yeah, I got like 2 out of 10.
This 18th century vase was painted by Salvador Dali on his deathbed.
Somebody gets it immediately. It's like,
What is the poo-poo platter? Correct.
What is the largest dome on the Appalachian Trail?
Brasstown Bald?
Nah, it's some
It's the
answer.
Empire
Joey got
State
it the other day.
Building.
My good friend Joey, good friend of the podcast.
Good friend of the podcast. Was supposed to be on it last night.
Yeah. Yeah, he said he was gonna go to the gym with me at 12, but he never
I
did.
wonder how that wedding's going.
Well,
I wonder if he'll ever be on this. He's gonna be the only listener. We're just shit
Yeah.
talking him. I don't know if he'll make
Yeah.
it an hour and 18 minutes in.
Joey, if you're listening to this, fuck you.
Yeah, Joey. Fuck you. We'll see you on the next one.
Oh, dude, I've had bug bites on my leg.
Yeah, you itching?
Yeah.
you got poison ivy from Gleb. You got
Being in
ticks
the
from
vicinity.
Gleb.
Proximity.
Being in the vicinity.
The-
Dude, it's
the ticks
amazing-
jumped off him.
Amazing how much it healed with prednisone in like 2 days.
Yeah,
it was
that's better.
so fucking gnarly like 2 days ago.
Wait, so the steroid just gets the oil off your skin or something?
No, so the steroid just like lessens the inflammation, and it's anabolic, so it like makes your skin grow back faster.
Jesus.
Yeah. So
What does an anabolic mean?
Anabolic
grows.
steroids.
Oh.
Catabolic means it breaks down.
What kind will make my pee small but my arms big?
Anabolic.
Anabolic.
Yeah.
Heyo.
Prednisone.
Heyo. Wait, is prednisone like actually like one of the steroids people use to like get yoked?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either.
I'm just gonna start taking HGH. I feel like it's about time that I have.
Rogan does.
It's about time that I
It
have
is
facial
TRT.
hair.
Maybe that's
22 goddamn years old. Still haven't gone through puberty.
Yeah,
It's HGH o'clock.
It's
Yeah.
coming.
I should
You want testosterone?
I should have drank my Pediasure when my doctor told me to, but it tasted bad.
That was a
Son,
week
if you
ago.
don't
It
drink
was a
this,
week ago.
you're gonna look like
I still go to
Dude, you
I go to a pediatric dentist.
Your mom didn't breastfeed.
He's told me that I am the oldest patient that he has. Dr. John. I love Dr.
I
John.
used to go to old. I think Gleb did too. Old
Salzburg.
Dr. Salzburg.
He was a good man.
He touched my penis many times.
My
Dude.
dentist's name is just John, not
But he
even
does it very
doctor.
professional.
He's just a
Jeez.
guy who owns his own practice. Just has Walmart toothbrushes.
Here you go, son. Yeah, and he always gives me a army man with a parachute on it whenever I go.
Salzburg.
Excuse me,
No,
Dr. John. Oh, John. Mr. John.
For legal purposes, please call me John.
Please call me Mr. John.
Yeah, I haven't been to the dentist in probably 2 years.
One of the shirts that I've probably worn the most often out of the t-shirts that I have is my All-Star Dentistry shirt. I got it because I got like 8 cavities filled at once, and he gave me a t-shirt because he felt bad. Wear it all the time.
Dude, yeah,
From all the McDonald's,
yeah, from my
just mainlining Coca-Cola.
Don't have nutrients or teeth are falling out.
I don't believe in nutrients. I got scurvy bad.
damn bro, that's how it goes.
See, I'm fine with vaccines, but I don't believe people should eat citrus.
Yeah,
Fuck that stuff, dude.
Oranges.
pineapple will melt the roof of your mouth.
And pineapple, like it's actually the cell structures is actually sharp shards, and that's why you get like your tongue will start to bleed if you eat pineapple too much pineapple. Learned that in my freshman year biology lab. Because like if you eat like a ton of pineapple, your mouth will get raw because like the cellular structure is super sharp, rigid like things in it.
Wow.
Kind of interesting.
That is
Tastes delicious though.
Did you
It's
see it
fucking
under a
great.
microscope?
Yeah, we did.
That's badass.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
They're delicious. They're my favorite fruit for sure.
It's really good.
Yeah. I like cucumbers.
Fuck
great, dude.
cucumbers,
You
bro.
don't like cucumbers?
Dude,
That's,
you
that's like my
like,
favorite vegetable slash fruit, whatever
take
it is.
a piece of bread, put butter on it,
I'm not gonna do that. Sounds disgusting.
put salt, and put cucumbers on top. It's delicious.
Dude, like a Latin American snack is cutting up a bunch of cucumbers, putting lime juice, and then
Cilantro.
no, not cilantro, but hot sauce or chili powder, and it's very refreshing. They even have like a limon pepino Gatorade
Limon
flavor.
Fucking
Pepino.
good.
That's my favorite
I
flavor.
love limon pepino.
It's so
dude.
it's like you drinking a cucumber.
It is.
Like it is so good.
It's delicious, man.
God.
Dude, okay, so I went to a freaking taco stand in a Chevron. I was driving around with this guy. He's like, "You want to have the best taco of your life?"
Just got you a bean burrito from
Dude.
microwaved.
And he was like explaining to me.
He
He's like,
died 2 days later.
It's this little taco shop in a Chevron, and I've eaten a lot of Mexican food, and this is the best taco I've ever had. I was like, all right, man, you're really talking this up. So we go in there. It's this like little taco stand run by like 3 Mexican ladies.
Is it the one by the library?
No, it's like it's in like Norcross or something like that. But I don't even remember the name of it. But we went in there,
Bell.
and they
Little taco shop.
you can buy 3 tacos, and they're like traditional Mexican tacos. So it's not hard shell. Hard shell isn't like traditional Mexican. It's like soft shell.
Yeah.
Soft shell is steak, cilantro, lime, and this like special sauce. It was the best taco I ever had.
You've been to Calientitos, right?
Yeah.
I feel like those are fairly authentic tacos.
Yeah,
Those are delicious.
that's very authentic food. But dude, like I was surprised. Like he was talking it up a lot, and it was the best taco.
Dude, my mom,
It was really good.
she went to college in San Diego. She was
She's
from,
a Cali girl.
Yeah, she was
I
born in
knew it,
San
dude.
Francisco.
I got
went to
that vibe
UC
from
Santa
her.
Barbara, UCLA, and like a few other. She went to transfer a lot.
She's a
But,
valley girl.
Yeah, she is. That's why she has so many Gucci purses and has that Chihuahua upstairs. One of those things is true.
Was the movie Legally Blonde based on her?
She was actually the actress.
Holy fuck.
We're well off, but we like to live like you simple folk.
Oh yeah, that explains. The
But she went to school in San Diego, and they used to just
globe
like
over there.
go to Tijuana and go get like street tacos just in Mexico, and they would just like shave the pork and the beef like off the thing, and she's like, that is the best tacos I've ever had in my life.
Calientitos, sorry, I was kind of late on that, but I got a burrito from there, and it was amazing.
Dude,
yeah,
it was so good.
The Cuban
sandwich.
I've had the Cuban.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
almost everything
it's
from there
so
is
cheap.
delicious.
It's
And,
like $7.
And
Is
yeah,
that one we go to cash only? What are
No,
they
you
stuck?
gotta-
in the
you gotta
damn
go to the big
50s,
one.
Yeah.
They're both good.
yeah, their queso is really good too.
God, I'm fucking starving.
Dude, they have a Willie's on Exit 11 in Alpharetta now. And I'm gonna be hitting that up a
Pineapple
lot.
Willie's?
No, yeah, it's a pineapple
There's
Willie's.
there's a coast in North Georgia now.
It's just like on the lake.
I need to go there again. I went there once.
Willie's?
Yeah.
Dude, Willie's is my
I didn't
favorite
like it
burrito
then.
place. Like, it was my favorite for a long time. I went once, had a horrible experience.
That's what
But then,
happened to
like, I went again the next time. It was delicious.
Burrito I had was dry as hell.
Really?
Not good. Probably what I got was wrong, but I want to go
It's
back.
a sand burrito.
Yeah, I asked for sand and burrito. I didn't get what was wrong. It was
was
so
su-
hard about
It
that.
was super cheap.
So fucking
It's
great.
99 cents for sand in a burrito.
Speaking of sand, I heard that like a long time ago, back during like sieges, like the castles, they would heat up sand, like superheat sand, and throw it over the wall, and so it would get under people's armor and clothes and just melt them to death
It's
from the
fucking
inside.
brilliant. That's
Like,
amazing.
imagine just how horrible it would feel just dying from burning sand that you just can't get out.
Jesus.
That is like
Sand in general is
it's a
just miserable.
perfect weapon.
Sand feels so good to lay in, but it's immediate regret 'cause it's just like, oh,
Yeah.
it's all in my scrotum.
Yeah.
My body is 90%
Dude, sand
sand.
rash is wicked.
Like if you
Yeah,
poured a
wicked.
bucket of sand on you right now, how mad would you be?
Dude, it's like you just
I
can't
mean,
get it
like,
out of anything.
Yeah.
It stays
You're
for
all
like
over
2
your
days.
room too.
Ugh. Well, dude, like if you just throw like not even a handful, just a little bit of sand into someone's bed, like that's
It's
like
over.
probably the worst thing
It's
you can.
over.
That's the best way to get back at someone. Just
Yeah.
throwing a pinch of sand in someone's
That
bed,
just gives
because
me
you will
like-
not get all of that out. No matter what you can go
Yeah.
for an hour and you will never get it
No,
out. Like your hand
to,
will start
like-
burning from like the friction on the sheets.
You have to wash it. Dude, that just reminds me of the beach. Like that happens every
Dude,
time
yeah.
you go to the beach.
One of yeah, it definitely does. Like I always sleep in my hammock when we go to the beach, and like and so I can just dump it over and just like sleep on the other side. It's nice.
Yeah.
But one of the things that I really am a proponent against is eating in bed, because crumbs are basically just food sand, and
Depends what you eat.
my girlfriend Maggie is a very proponent for eating in bed, and
Oh, yeah?
yeah. She's never eaten in my bed before. I had thought, but then when I was filming my senior project the first time, it was like 12-hour filming days. I came back to the house to get something. She was sitting in my bed eating like a full burrito. just all my blankets and pillows in a corner, just eating a burrito. And when I walked in the door, she looked like when like you catch a dog doing something they're not supposed to. She was like, just like, oh. And I just like closed the door and started like walking
God
out.
damn
She
it,
was
Maggie.
eating under the covers.
No.
Just dripping. And I found rice in the bed too.
Damn it.
She made such a mess.
Dude, yeah. Dude, one time I had a Nature Valley like peanut
Dude, that's
granola
the
bar,
end
and I
of
didn't even. It was like the
time for
first.
you.
It was like the first one I ever had. I didn't realize how crunchy it was.
They're delicious.
They-
It's meant to be made on like eaten on the trail because of
Yeah.
how much like I had like you cannot eat that without producing some
know.
type of and oh my
You lose
God, dude.
15% of it just by
Yeah.
opening the bag.
Yeah, dude, it's like
It's
when
the
you eat it-
driest
yeah.
thing on the planet. Just
Yeah.
like taking like, and just holding snaps.
They are really good. Really good though. I
Yeah,
like 'em.
they fill you up too.
They do.
Yeah, man, I like eating in bed. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I
This
enjoy it a lot.
podcast is sponsored by Nature Valley. If you had headphones, Gleb, that would have been funny.
It's not, man. I can hear that.
Welcome to the ASMR podcast.
Oh my God.
My name is Feely Tony.
How much can you see here? There.
Today we're doing
Oh, when you like touch it.
prostate exam roleplay. This will be a little cold.
Yeah, so I did.
You
a-
should
I did
feel
a
it in your
float
butt.
tank.
I'm getting. Oh yeah.
A float tank? What is
I
that?
did a float tank like.
Let's get away from that.
2
Thank
weeks
you,
ago.
Gleb. How was it?
Wait, explain to me what a float tank is.
So
First.
a float tank.
Float tank. I know what
Float,
you're talking
yeah,
about.
float
That's like
tank.
is that one of like the sensory deprivation chambers?
Yeah, it's this
Sensory
float tank,
deprivation.
sensory deprivation chamber. Dude, it was so they put like
Ears on
1,200 pounds of Epsom salt. 1,200 pounds in one tank.
You were just sitting on a pile of salt.
Dude, you were so buoyant. Like I could
it's so
sit.
salty in here.
I could sit straight up and down in like an L, and I wasn't touching the ground.
Really?
Yeah,
Straight
like
up
it-
and down in an L.
Was the water
like
salty?
an L, like I was
You
like
get in
sitting
your
with my
eyes?
back straight
Oh,
and
okay.
my like legs in the
Oh, I see
water,
what you're
and I
saying.
was still like floating. Yeah, if you get in your eyes, you're fucked. But dude, so I like we went in there, paid like $60 for it. 'cause it was-
$60.
Yeah, it was expensive, but I wanted to see it.
Their salt bill.
Dude, so it's not like true sensory deprivation. You feel like, at least it wasn't for me. Maybe it was like the situation or like the tank that I was in or whatever. But like,
Get your fucking
Are you
money
naked?
back.
you know that you're in water. Like you can feel that you're in water, and you like the water's still like booing around.
I thought it was
you.
supposed to be like the same temperature as the air or something.
It was like that.
Yeah.
It was the same temperature of the air. The water was the same temperature as like my body temperature. But I just knew I was in water.
Were you wearing clothes?
No, you get in it completely naked.
Really?
That's
I
dope.
hope that there's a hidden camera in there and
Oh,
some
yeah.
dude just beating off,
You-
watching you.
You
Like,
can hear it in the other room.
Dude, it's in under. It's from the. It's from.
that's why you had a bad
It's
experience.
the
I just
bottom
knew.
view, bro. I
But
mean,
yeah, so it's like lights out completely. You wear wax earplugs in there.
It's like the Gansfeld effect, basically.
So I actually did like have like visual hallucinations because
Really?
it was an hour and a half. So like after about, I don't even know, I would guess like 40 minutes. I started having like really visual hallucinations, just like a bunch of patterns and stuff. And then there was one where I was like daydreaming a little bit, and then it snapped, and I saw like a vision of like Rainbow Road from Mario,
nice.
or like something similar to that.
Were you
and it was
falling off?
extremely vivid,
Really?
extremely vivid.
What character were you?
But after about an
It's
hour,
Diddy Kong.
after about an hour, like I just got like super antsy because I was just
Oh,
like laying,
that, yeah,
like
I
laying there
see
for an hour, and I like started like I was
Did
getting
you
up
pee
to
in the
move.
water?
I was like I was
better not have fucking
going
Did
up,
you pee in the water?
going
You
up
peed
and
in the
down.
water.
I was going up and down on the
That's why it's so
walls,
salty.
and like I just like then I started like rubbing my face and got my eyes. I was just like, ugh, like sitting
Yeah.
sitting in the corner like a fucking like newborn baby.
Soundproof, trying to
Dude,
Just piles of salt.
like people
I
talk.
can't see.
People talk it up, man. Joe Rogan like talks about it all the time, like how he does it all the time. I wouldn't do it again. Like I did not.
I bet it'd be good
enjoy
for
that
like
much.
20 minutes.
Dude, every
not
time
an
I've-
hour and a half.
Every
but who
time I've
knows?
tried the Gansfeld effect, I've like fallen asleep.
Is it the like
That
where you
you
put
ping pong balls over? Like I've done it. There was one thing I did freshman year. Like I torrented a bunch of things that was like sounds that make you hallucinate, and like you put on headphones and like you just like lay there and just plays audio. Like they're called like LSD and like
Yeah.
Molly. It's supposed to give you the same effects. It doesn't. But there was one that I did, and I was like all of us had the same thing like right at the same time. It's because like it was just like this weird like white noise kind of, and then just drastically switches to like beep, like a really like jarring sound, and like all of us were like like
Sounds
you
like a screamer.
like because you get so relaxed. And like one of my friends said that he like relived his car crash like when that happened, like because he was just like relaxing and like kind of like daydreaming, and then just like felt like he was in his car crash again, like visuals and everything.
PTSD ASMR.
Basically.
Welcome to the PTSD
Sit
channel.
back. Sit back. Relax.
I'm a child.
What's They have families. We were lied to.
I hope our only viewer is a soldier.
Just lost his mind right there.
Trigger warning, ladies and gentlemen. Oh god.
Yeah, I've never done the glass man effect before.
Gansfeld effect.
That's it.
You gotta try it.
Throw some ping pong balls in your eyes.
Yeah.
I
Heard
was
about it.
really surprised that I hallucinated in there. Like I didn't think I would, because I've never I've tried the Gansfield thing a couple times.
Mhm.
And
Sounds like a chess move.
I got it in.
The Gansfeld effect.
Got it in for about like 20 minutes and nothing was happening. But like I started like it kind of like looked like snowflakes like pandering out and stuff like that, just like mild ones like that. But
They're just like super weird, like you don't even want to talk about them. Like hallucinations, just like
Just
fucking.
my dad naked
Yeah,
dancing over
just
my. Look at me, Gleb.
kept having
Look at me, Gleb.
incestual
just fucking your
hallucinations.
dad just making breakfast with his bare ass hanging
Basically
out.
like an Oedipus complex, but with just
It
your
was,
dad.
it was 85% that and then 15% snowflake.
What a-
It was just a full hallucination of your dad telling you the importance of checking your like testicles
It's
for
just
lumps.
Like fucking
It
Rule
was like-
34 Samus from.
It was basically like an hour and a half movie of all the awkward moments I've ever had with my parents.
Rule 34, Mac DeMarco.
Jesus.
What can you fit between that
Dude,
gap, boy?
That dude's a perfect, like, meaty rectangle.
Yeah.
Meaty
Jeez.
He's got rounded edges on all sides.
Man,
I
But
have
yeah,
been depressed
I
today.
I wouldn't do it again.
catch a glimpse of that tomato.
Gleb, I just bought 1,200 pounds of salt.
All right,
I knew
maybe
your
I wouldn't.
birthday was coming up.
Do you think you'd like it if it was like lesser amount of time?
Maybe if I like trained for it, you know, did
Shit,
it
train.
like from like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes.
What-
But I guess it's the closest to sensory deprivation that you could
I'm about to
have.
say like I'm not sure how much.
But you know you're
Yeah.
in water. And
Yeah.
you're uncomfortable because you're
Yeah.
in water. Like
Do you think you guys are going to listen to this podcast?
I'll probably listen back to it. Yeah.
All hour and 33 minutes that we have thus far.
Bits and pieces.
Maybe
Just to
skip
scrub through.
Yeah.
Just
I really want to get Tommy a face cam though.
That'd be funny.
Dude, a heart rate monitor would be fucking hilarious.
just connect Tommy to a bunch of wires, make him like an Iron Man.
Dude, I do like one of those like brain like CAT scans with them. He just has all that.
A
wire.
GPS tracker, see
You
where he
just
wanders off
fucking
to.
Torture Tommy.
Never let him speak on the podcast. Just always have him just kind of like Tommy can't.
Oh, here's what's going on in the Tommy cam right now. Kind of like in a room,
full screen is him like.
Just start
like running through the woods in the dark. He's like, all right, back to the podcast.
That would be gold, dude. That'd be
so
what you gotta do.
I really want to do that.
Just release like dogs on him or something. He's like running through the
He
fucking
like
forest.
looks back and there's like 6 pit bulls like running over a ridge.
The audience gets to vote what he's just like gambling on like a street corner. It's like making his body weight in gold
like-
and craps.
All right, today's segment. Where's Tommy?
We sent Tom.
Dude, we can make that a reoccurring. Like today on Where is Tommy? And
Just him
Tommy's
on a-
doing some strange things like buying crabs in Virginia.
Yes.
We gave Tommy a pill that would make him blind for 24 hours and put him on a plane. Let's see where he wakes up.
We gave Tommy a random ticket. We sent him to the airport.
I told him, if you look at this, we will kill you.
Today we have a guillotine on Tommy, and if he gets these questions wrong, he's gonna lose a toe.
Let's take a quick look at the Tommy cam. We all just like look that direction. Like, jump cuts to him. He's like chained to a bed with like a doctor like flicking a needle.
They
And
cuts
jump
back.
cuts back. He's like,
Just
all right.
screaming, wearing a hospital gown, running out of a doctor's office.
He's like, all right. Thanks for that, Tommy.
It's like
We never explained.
It cuts back. We're all just still staring at it. Like, all right.
We all just like nod, smiling, and just, like, come back.
What's this whole entity?
Dude, yeah, Tommy would be perfect for that.
That'd be so fucking fun.
Engineer Tommy. Let's see where
Yeah.
he's off to today.
Yeah.
Tommy's in Barbados. Trying to win a tribal battle to see if he can keep his skin.
They've got Tommy in Africa. He's gonna do the bullet ant challenge today. Just cuts back to him just shaking in pain,
Does
sweating.
not know the language, and he's doing the bullet ant challenge in Brazil.
Has no idea what it is.
We will see if Tommy is a man.
We're removing the blindfold on Tommy right now.
As they are sliding the gloves on, and here we go. Dance the pain away, Tommy. Dance the pain away.
Fuck the pain away.
That's awesome.
Oh, dude, that'd be so funny.
That's gotta be done.
Today, Tommy will be on having a coffee date with Howie Mandel.
That'd be awesome.
What's that heart rate monitor saying? 150.
The only objective Tommy has is he has to touch Howie as many times as he can.
Touch Howie's bald head.
And Howie Mandel is a known germaphobe and will be swatting. Tommy has to touch Howie's forehead 15 times if he wants to keep his skin.
What's that temperature up there?
Howie, how you feel?
Don't touch me.
Oh, sorry. Oh, you got a little smut. Tommy.
It's like a jump cut. He's like coming back from the bathroom, just puts a whole palm on the back of his head.
Howie.
Dude, what the fuck? He's super mad.
I can't do this.
So
I
Howie,
can't.
deal or no deal?
I don't care how much money you give me. I'm not doing the show anymore. Who are these guys? I have never heard of them.
Why is it only you with a GoPro?
Howie, you're not getting paid.
Oh, why do you have a heart rate monitor?
Why do you have a CAT scan
Tommy's
machine
wacky,
going?
man. I think we're about to get a visit from Engineer Tommy. I might want to
That was fucking Rosa Parks.
It might be Rosa Bart. No, I see a shadow. He's
That's
He's waiting to open the door.
That's horrifying.
Engineer Tommy has returned to
Tommy,
us.
dude, we have a whole
Tommy.
bit.
Yeah,
for
we
you.
have
No,
a
no,
segment.
Watching Game of Thrones.
Did you? Where you at?
Blackwater.
Ooh,
shit.
Battle of the
Wait, is this
Blackwater.
First time you've seen it?
No, I've seen
my,
it.
The
my,
Onion
my dad's
Knight.
watching it for the first time all the way through.
Jon Snow.
What's the?
What
Lick
you
my
need?
taint, Jon Snow.
Jon Snow.
What's the
Look my
bit?
taint.
You know nothing, Jon
I can
Snow.
read now.
So there's
I'm
gonna
gonna
be,
go
there's
to
gonna be
sleep.
where is Tommy? And we're gonna have you
Lick my
like strapped
taint,
up to a
Jon
bunch of
Snow.
machines, like a biofeedback machine with a heart rate monitor and a GoPro that faces straight down on your
only on
nose.
your face. It's gonna be like really wide.
And we're gonna have you do some just strange tasks.
Have a
And, like,
coffee date with Howie Mandel.
yeah,
Okay.
Where is Tommy? Running through the forest with pit bulls chasing after him.
it's just like that face cam of you terrified.
Just like eyes are blinking a lot.
You're just building IKEA
pivoting.
furniture. Oh, fuck.
Dude, we could make that a 360-degree video every time Tommy goes.
Just buy 8 GoPros, make a full globe video.
That'd be
That'd be gold.
common gold.
Just Tommy getting a fucking prostate exam.
Excuse me.
What?
You guys want to go to
Yeah.
McDonald's after this?
All
It's
right.
like midnight. It's midnight 02.
All right.
I probably need to get back.
All right.
What do you got to go to bed?
Yeah, it's late for me.
Memorial
All right,
Day.
Well,
What are y'all doing for Memorial
Oh
Day?
my God, we're trying to wrap the podcast
We got,
up.
let's
Mitchell.
go, this is how we wrap it up. What are we all doing?
We don't
want to
date the podcast.
Let's end the podcast by opening up another topic.
All right.
What are you doing for Memorial Day?
Find out next time.
Tommy, what are you doing for Memorial Day?
That's Monday, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Fuck. All right, let's wrap it up.
This has been the Unnamed Podcast. We will probably have a name by the next
Thank you,
time the
guys.
show is on. It has been a pleasure for all of us. It's 1,000 degrees in this studio.
My hands are so
The ball
sweaty.
sweat.
All right,
is
bye.
accumulating.
Again.
I am Tony Shire.
Mitchell
I am
Gunn.
Gleb Mitskevich.
We'll see you on the next one.